AI is coming for your YouTube channel. And if you've been ignoring it, this is your wake-up call. The question isn't if AI will change content creation, it's whether you'll be left behind or coming up ahead. Today, I'm sharing a letter from the CEO of Fiverr, Micah Kaufman, that I found to be incredibly helpful in this fast-changing world of AI. And I'm hoping that this video reaches as many women creators as possible because the AI revolution isn't coming. It is already here. And by the end of this video, you will have 4 specific strategies to help you navigate this new reality with confidence, specifically for your YouTube channel. And I will be your guide through this whole shift, showing you exactly how to turn what seems intimidating into your creative superpower. Ladies, class is in session. We all know Fiverr, right? It is that platform where you can hire people for relatively inexpensive services. And if anybody should understand or be concerned about the future of the workforce, it is the CEO of a company connecting millions of freelancers with clients worldwide. I'm going to read you the letter and share my thoughts. But before I jump in, I'm Erika Vieira, YouTube channel producer, strategy and coach for nearly a decade, and biggest cheerleader for women creators. All right, here we go. Hey team, I've always believed in radical candor and despised those who sugarcoat reality to avoid stating the unpleasant truth. I like that. That's how I am. That's how I operate. The very basis for radical candor is care. And you care enough about your friends and colleagues to tell them the truth because you want them to be able to understand it, grow, and succeed. So here's the unpleasant truth. AI is coming for your jobs. Heck, it's coming for my job too, and this is a wake-up call. It does not matter if you're a programmer, designer, product manager, data scientist, lawyer, customer service rep, salesperson, or finance person, AI is coming for you. Well, that's pretty direct. If that doesn't scare anyone into action, I don't know what will. He is not sugarcoating anything. He is telling his team, the people who work at a tech company, that AI is coming for their jobs too. He says, you must understand that what was once considered easy tasks will no longer exist. What was considered hard tasks will be the new easy. And what was considered impossible tasks will be the new hard. If you do not become an exceptional talent at what you do, a master, you will face the need for career change in a matter of months. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not talking about your job at Fiverr. I'm talking about your ability to stay in your profession in the industry. Are we all doomed? Not all of us. But those who do not wake up and understand the new reality fast are unfortunately doomed. When I first read this, it definitely hit me like a ton of bricks. If the CEO of Fiverr is this concerned about AI's impact on his team, what does that mean for all of us content creators here on YouTube? What does it mean for our YouTube channels? But don't worry, this isn't about doom and gloom. And the good thing is that Kaufman in this letter doesn't just warn his team, he gives them a roadmap, and we're going to talk about that. So here's where he starts to give some advice. He says, study, research, and master the latest AI solutions in your field. Try multiple solutions and figure out what gives you superpowers. By superpowers, I mean the ability to generate more outcome per unit of time with better quality per delivery. So this is where it gets really interesting for us as content creators and YouTube creators specifically. It's about figuring out what are the best AI tools that can help us create content more efficiently. So I've been experimenting with this myself. ChatGPT has become a regular part of my workflow. I've been experimenting with Claude, and I've also been using Poppy AI a lot lately, which I really love and I plan to do more videos about. I'll drop a link in the description with a special discount for you guys if you want to check it out, because it's been a game changer for how I approach content creation. But here's the thing, it's not just about knowing that these tools exist, it's about becoming really good at using them. So as Kaufman says here in the letter, he says it's about generating more outcomes per unit of time with better quality. That's exactly what I've been forcing myself to do. So if you've noticed, I've actually been uploading 3 videos a week consistently. So how have I been able to do that? Basically by leveraging these AI tools to help me work smarter, not harder. And it's something I challenge myself to do, to force myself to learn these new AI tools as best as I could so that I can then teach it to you. So full disclosure though, I still have a team helping me, most notably the video editing and the thumbnails. But I'm still the one doing all the creative direction, the topics, the scripts, the thumbnail concepts, the titles. I'm doing all that myself. And I also write all of the editing notes as well to direct my editor. But AI does help me do this faster and more efficiently. So Kaufman also says, find the most knowledgeable people on our team who can help you become more familiar with the latest and greatest AI. So for me, that meant binging YouTube channels about AI, constantly learning and experimenting. And I plan on sharing more of what I learned here on this channel and in my YouTube bootcamp. I've even hired someone to teach me more about custom GPTs and help me create an amazing one for my bootcamp, which I have in there now, which if you want access to, add your name to my bootcamp waitlist because it's pretty incredible. He made another point in his letter that really struck with me. And he said that time is the most valuable asset that we have. If you're working like it's 2024, you're doing it wrong. You're expected and needed to do more faster and more efficiently now. It's almost as if he's saying AI is here figure out how to use it, or too bad, so sad for you. Another interesting thing that he said in his letter was, become a prompt engineer. Google is dead. LLM and Gen AI are the new basics, and if you're not using them as experts, your value will decrease before you know what hit you. Now, as creators, our situation is a little bit different than the Fiverr employees, but the principle here and what he's talking about it relates to it. It's the same. Learning how to prompt AI well is going to be crucial to your success as a creator and human being in general moving forward. So what does it mean to be a prompt engineer? It means knowing how to talk to AI in a way that gets you the best possible results. It's like learning a whole new language, the language of communicating with artificial intelligence. I've been personally diving deep into this skill myself. When I first started using ChatGPT, like everyone else, my prompts were just basic and the results just wasn't very impressive. But now I've learned over time, the more and more I practice with it, to become a lot more specific. And the quality of what you get out depends entirely on the quality of what you put into the ChatGPT or the Claude or whatever tool you're using. For this specific video, I use AI to help me organize my thoughts, refine my message, and make sure that I was covering all the important points that I wanted to cover. Did AI write the script for me? No, but did it help me create a better script faster? Yes. Will prompt engineering make you a better creator? Well, that depends on you, but it will definitely help you save time. Time that you can reinvest in being a better creator, in the parts of creation that AI really can't help with, like your unique perspective, your connection with your audience, and your authentic voice. So here is what is the most important thing that you want to get out of this video. Right now, there is a window of opportunity. Not everyone is that good about using these tools yet, but the people now, the YouTubers who master them first, will have a significant advantage. But eventually, everybody will have access to and know how to use these tools. And when that happens, we will be back to a level playing field, except the field will be at a much higher level of productivity. So the question becomes, who will use these tools in the most creative and effective way? And that's where the human element comes back in. And that brings me to the most important point that I want to make about AI. As I was scrolling Kaufman's Twitter account after finding this letter, I came across a really powerful tweet that I want to share with you. This is the most extraordinary time in history to be human. Yes, AI is doing things for us, fixing, accelerating, optimizing, and yes, some people are afraid. They worry we're losing touch with the skills we once relied on. But why is that a bad thing? The way I see it, we've been given an incredible gift, the chance to let go of everything humans should not be doing, because machines can do it better. We get to stop acting like robots. So I thought that was really interesting. It made me think for a while and ask the question of how much of our work as creators do involve tasks that actually are not creative. Creating descriptions, researching facts, organizing notes, transcribing audios. These are all necessary tasks, but it's not exactly what gets our creative spark going. He goes on, let's be honest, a huge part of our workday has always been technical maintenance, like validating data in a spreadsheet, digging through search results, copy pasting between tabs, necessary, but not exactly human. Now we have the potential to offload all of it, to clear the desk of everything repetitive and mechanical, everything that doesn't require judgment, taste, or imagination. I've always believed that AI cannot replace humanity. It can only enhance it. The same goes for creativity. AI can't replace creativity, but it can definitely enhance it. Think about it this way. When everyone has access to the same AI tools, which is happening pretty fast, what will set creators apart? It won't be who has the best tools anymore. It will be who uses these tools in the most creative and human way. So I'll be honest, I was pretty resistant to AI first. I wasn't a big fan, but it's here. The toothpaste is out of the tube, we can't put it back. I definitely worried it would make content feel less authentic, less me, right? But what I've discovered is that by letting AI handle some of these not fun aspects of content creation, I do actually have more energy and time for the creative parts I enjoy. So AI can help me brainstorm ideas, but it cannot actually decide which of those ideas I'm going to use and which resonates most with my audience and with my brand. It can help me outline a video, but it cannot actually deliver the content with my own unique energy, my perspective. It can suggest thumbnail concepts, but it cannot decide which of those thumbnail concepts to use. It cannot make those tweaks that I know will authentically capture my own style and expression and what I want to say. So then he ends it by saying, the parts of us that are uniquely human, our nonlinear thinking, our intuition, our taste, our ability to connect emotionally with our audience, these are becoming more valuable, not less. We're not losing our humanity, we're rediscovering it. So when I think about what this means for us as YouTube creators, I see both a challenge, but also an opportunity. The The challenge to me is very clear. We need to adapt. We need to learn new skills and rethink how we do our work, how we have these processes. We have to completely almost change the way we do this. But the opportunity, I do think that is where things actually get exciting. As creators here on YouTube, we have always been on the forefront of adopting new technologies, from DSLRs to smartphone cameras, from just basic editing software to more advanced tools. We are constantly evolving. AI is naturally going to be just the next step in that evolution. So I personally have been forcing myself to experiment with these AI tools, not just to save time, but really to understand what is possible. And what I've discovered in this process is that when I let AI handle the not fun aspects of content creation, I actually have more mental space for those other creative parts. And the question isn't whether AI will change content creation, because it already has. The question is how we will respond to that change and how the viewers will respond as well. I do think that there's a natural tendency to fear what we don't understand, to worry that AI will somehow make our work less authentic or less valuable, which is what my immediate thought and fear was. But what if the opposite is true? What if, as Kaufman suggests, AI is actually freeing us to be more human, more creative, and more ourselves? And I think we have to start thinking like that if we're gonna adapt to this massive change that's happening. When everyone has access to the same AI tools, which is happening a lot faster than we might think, what will set creators apart won't be the tools themselves, it will be the uniquely human elements that we bring, our perspective, our experiences, our connection with our audience. As Kaufman said in that tweet, he said, we're not losing our humanity, we are rediscovering it. And that's the mindset that I'm choosing to embrace right now. Not fear, but curiosity. I think it's the only way that we're going to survive, actually. Not resistance, but exploring. Not will AI replace me, but how can AI enhance what I already do? So where do we go from here? I want us to have a chat about this in the comments. So how do you plan on using AI? What are you thinking about it as it pertains to YouTube and your content? How are you using it now? Are you using it at all? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, and I want us to have a really good chat in the comments. And if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this, I totally get it. And that's why I was inspired to actually make a free live class all about this topic of AI and YouTube. I have personally been geeking out on this topic for several months now, testing different tools and strategies, and I want to share what I learned with you. I do think that this shift to AI is the future, and I believe that we all need to figure this out together. As women YouTube creators, many of us are juggling a whole bunch of responsibilities, and we don't have a ton of hours to figure this out and experiment with new technologies. And that's why I'm committed to sharing what I learn in a way that's practical, accessible, and actually useful for your channel. Look, I don't have all the answers right now. I'm on this journey right alongside with you. But what I do know is that burying our heads in the sand is not an option right now. The creators who thrive in the coming years will be the ones who find ways to use AI as a tool that enhances their creativity, not replaces it. As Kaufman so powerfully put it, this is an extraordinary time to be human. We need to embrace that thinking. We have the opportunity to let go of the robotic parts of our work and focus on what makes us uniquely human, our creativity, our intuition, and our ability to connect. If this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content about growing your YouTube channel and navigating the changing landscape of content creation. If you have other content creator friends, definitely share this with them. Like I said, I really want this video to get out. I think it's important for us as women to learn about these technologies, to embrace these technologies, so that we can be here dominating on YouTube in the future. So drop a comment below with your biggest question about AI and content creation. I would love to address it in a future video. And don't forget to sign up for my free class. The link is in the description. Up next, check out this video on the ChatGPT mistakes that you might be making on your YouTube channel. Until next time, keep shining, keep creating, and most importantly, keep being you. Mwah.